going on, everybody? This is Bishop Brad coming to you from the Houston Hot Sauce Festival 2015. I'm ready to show you who's in front of me right now. I got the world's notorious Smokin' Ed Currie,
Hey, baby boy.
CEO, president, and owner of Puckerbutt Pepper Company.
Awesome.
And his assistant, Kayla Love. Coming straight out of Maryland, living in South Carolina. Now, my question to the both of you is this. This is, Kayla, you've only been with Puckerbutt for how long now?
About a month.
About a month. My question is, how did you find Smokin' Ed and Puckerbutt?
It was fate. I've always been a hot sauce freak, a hot sauce lover, and I worked at the restaurant a couple doors down from the store, the Puckerbutt store.
Okay.
And Ed always came into the store, into my restaurant, and I waited on him and got to talking. And
how did that happen? Did you see his Puckerbutt Pepper Company hat? Is that what provoked it?
And we had the hot sauces for the people to use that came into the restaurant.
Is that restaurant that has that Smokin' Ed's burrito?
No.
Okay.
They had the Reaper Burger.
The Reaper Burger.
Yeah, and we were on television with him, and we have all his hot sauces set up. So I always ate them, and I'm like, what is this? And they're like, oh, it's just a couple doors up. So I basically just went up and asked for a job, and I was hired.
Bangity bang, Ed. Now, being in the pepper industry, please help all these chili heads that don't go through the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, and they just reap the benefit of product.
Right.
What have you learned in a month working with this gentleman right here?
Well, this is the hardest job I've ever had in my life,
Okay.
but it's a humbling job.
Okay.
I like that I have to work hard for it. We're out in the fields about 8 hours a day, 5 days a week sometimes, picking the peppers.
Gotcha.
We do it ourselves. Ed's out there every day. He's not just sitting behind a desk and delegating tasks. He's a hard-working man. And
Gotcha.
it's inspiring.
Got you. Now, what is your...
Inspiring. Awesome.
Ed can inspire.
I got goosebumps on that.
Now, my question is, out of the three, between being in the field, working in the shop, or being on tour for your first festival she's ever been to,
First time in Texas.
I know they're all different and unique, but which one do you dig the most that you're learning?
I like each for different reasons. I like being in the field doing the work because I like being outside, and it's a very kind of tranquil, relaxing experience. Just you're out there with your thoughts.
Gotcha.
It is hard, and it's hard on your back, and you sweat all day.
Okay.
But I love this side of it because I love engaging with people and talking to people because I've been in sales most of my life.
Cool.
So this part is fun and traveling different places. So those are my two favorite parts.
Now, Ed.
Yes.
You got the 2015 year almost done. Y'all are
just getting started, baby.
and you've been working very hard in the field.
Yeah.
You know, what's in store for y'all coming up here in the future? Let us all Puckerbutt fans know what we're going to be expecting and looking toward for the new year coming. And
Well, are you talking 2016 or the rest of this year?
will you just help us all out however way you can?
Okay, well, the rest of this year is going to be picking. We're still going to be picking until probably Christmas time.
Oh, wow.
We got literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of plants that are producing.
Okay.
And according to the almanac, our first frost isn't supposed to be until the second week of December. And you know,
Cool.
you know, peppers produce even after they got frost on them. So
Right.
Christmas time is when I'm figuring we're going to stop there. Hopefully, in the next month, we're going to release a bunch of new sauces,
Okay.
including a chocolate bootla sauce. We're going to do the production run on the bootla. We might be doing, oh, what's that? What is this?
I don't even know what this is.
That looks like turd pepper salsa.
Yeah, this is turd mash.
I've never even had that. I've been here all weekend and he just busted this out.
We're going to have some today, baby.
That's like turd shine right there. That's
Look, I already put a winning sticker on it.
you ought to call that turd shine.
Well, we might or might not be releasing a sauce with that this year. Brett's come up with some awesome recipes. By the way, let me just say, this is the first road event I've been on in 2 years without my brother, Brett. And even though Kayla is a pleasure to be with and she's a hard worker and all that, I miss Brett. I really do.
Brett, I would have hugged the hell out of you all weekend long.
he came up with some recipes we're going to be coming out with. We might or might not have some of the old salsas, like the PMS are coming out. You know, we got a whole lot of products coming.
Gotcha.
And then next year, we will officially be the largest pepper farmers, I think, in the United States and probably the world.
You on the right train, Kayla?
On the right train.
We have secured more acreage than anybody else I can find out there. So we're going to be growing a hell of a lot of peppers.
I can see Kayla putting her work in, doing her time, going through the hard work, and then eventually at some point in time, y'all going to have your own... You know you create more jobs than Donald Trump? Can I say that about you, Ed?
Oh, you might say that.
Trump's got a lot to prove. If he's going to have to beat out Ed Currie.
Well, you know, that's honestly, that's one of our mission statements, is creating jobs for Americans, you know. A lot of us are out, you know, a lot of the people I know are out of work, or they have college degrees and can't get jobs in what they got degrees in.
Which is me.
Wow.
They're selling jobs to people in college that don't exist. So.
And then leaving people in debt.
Yeah, so one of the mission statements Linda and I came up with our team is that we are going to employ Americans. So every time we have an extra dollar, we hire another person.
I got you.
You know, next year, we'll be we're going to be one of the larger employers in our state, you know.
Cool, brother.
And we're employing in 14 states in the union, so that's a good thing, you know, it's a real good thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I want you both to know it's been a pleasure working with the both of you this weekend. It was a whole lot of fun. And for an experience for me, being behind the back and slinging that sauce, this was a whole lot of fun.
Brad set up behind the new wing sauce we do with U.S. Foods, and all he's been doing is slinging wing sauce and pepper love to people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Doing his Reaper Victim series.
Gotcha. Well, here's what we're going to have to do. So, next year, it's going to be a year till I see the two of you again. We're going to have to do another interview a year later. Hopefully, we'll have Brett right in between you.
Yes.
Well, I hope Brett don't kick me out of the hot sauce and pepper part of it. I'd love to just do that I want to be part of the Puckerbutt execution station.
Well, we can't call it the execution station. John will sue us.
No,
he won't. But.
How about the Pepper Chamber of Love?
Okay, we can do that. Hey, you gonna sell me the rights?
Kayla, yeah, I'll say, yeah, you can have it.
Okay.
Kayla, how many times have I said love in the past 2 days that you've known me?
It was 50 like 30 minutes ago, so about 65 now.
All right. Well,
Having fun.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Well, this is Bishop Brad, Kayla, Ed Currie, Houston Hot Sauce Festival 2015. Much love.
Much
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.